Okay, so we're gonna get straight to this. We're looking at Charlie Kirk and Erica's hands. And this is a friend of mine's hands who is in the Scooby Doo mystery team and her boyfriend. And her boyfriend is the size and height and hand size of Charlie Kirk's. And she is the size, height, and hand size of Erica Kirk. Why are we talking about this? Well, there are a lot of, I would say, there's a lot of propaganda pushed out to us that is possibly meant to make us think something that may or may not have happened. And before we go down this rabbit hole, I'm going to repeat this throughout the show because I have to. But according to YouTube's guidelines, and this is very important, according to YouTube's guidelines, we cannot, what's up, Nicole? We cannot take away a person's victimhood. So regardless of what we talk about on this in this video or on this show for the next hour or 2 hours, Charlie Kirk passed away September 10th, and rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. So first, let's start off by saying that. So everybody in the chat say RIP Charlie Kirk to let YouTube know that we are acknowledging that Charlie Kirk passed away. So everybody in the chat, start this off by saying RIP Charlie Kirk. And then we'll get to the footage and we'll make our own assessment. But the thing about it is, we can't make our own assessment on YouTube because they have guidelines. But you can make a different assessment on Patreon. So if you would like to have a different assessment, if you would like to have a different type of conversation than what we have to have over here, where we're constricted, and you would like to go a little deeper and find out more about what we're about to talk about, click the link in the chat or click the link that I'm about to drop in the chat now because it's pinned at the top of the chat, which says join my Patreon. So my Patreon link is in the chat. Join my Patreon. It's only $4.99, or you could join for free. Click the link and we'll go from there. So I just had to say that up front. So as you can see right here, Charlie Kirk's hands are somewhat the same size as Erica Kirk's hands. Yes or no? Can we come to that easy conclusion right here? Charlie Kirk's hands and Erica Kirk's hands seem to be the same size, but they aren't. And this is an issue. And not only are they not the same size, his hands are orange. That's another part. His hands are orange. And why his hands are orange? I don't know. It could be embalming fluid or something. Cool. But why are their hands the same size when they aren't the same size in real life? And everybody hit the thumbs up button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. All right, so here we go. Give it a second. So is it going? Okay. So this is the size of Erica Kirk's hands and Charlie Kirk's hands in real life. All right. So how is there a difference? This isn't Charlie Kirk's or Erica Kirk's hands. Those are somebody else's hands. But the two other people that were utilizing Shada Alley are the same height as Charlie Kirk and the same height as Erica Kirk. So right here, what's interesting, and I want y'all to know, because y'all always say, make the video bigger. I'm going to make the video bigger because I just want to make sure y'all can see this. I'm going to take myself out of the picture. Do you see how little Erica Kirk's hands are to Charlie Kirk? And I need y'all to let me know if I'm crazy, because I'm just speculating. The ladies in the chat, my Scooby Doo chat, they're like, we know women, so we know this stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? They have given me so much evidence that this is an actual thing. I just had to do a show about it. So shout out to the ladies. It's guys in the chat also, but shout out to the ladies in the Scooby Doo mystery team. But it needs to be discussed. I'm going to discuss. So right here, you can see her hands are a quarter of the size of his hands. And look at this. Her hands looks like a baby's hand compared to his hand. But over here, they are the same size. How is this? I'm just saying. We're just going to talk about hands today, and we're going to get into some other things after this. But I'm just bringing up some things that sound or look fishy, right? She look like she has a toddler hand compared to his. So whose hand was that in the original picture? I'm just saying, what do y'all think? So here we go. Side by side. Side by side. And it's not that her hand gets bigger, it's his hand gets smaller. Yeah, we're doing a hands-on video about Charlie Kirk and all of this stuff. And remember, everybody in the chat, y'all are welcome to say whatever y'all want to say. But please do not say like Charlie Kirk is not a zombie, I'll say. Okay? So you can say whatever you want to say, but YouTube would take this video down if the majority of y'all in the chat started saying something that we are thinking. So try to be careful in what y'all are thinking. Y'all can say what y'all want. I want y'all to comment. I want y'all to type, but just don't say the actual thing. Kind of like beat around the bush. But like I said, if y'all want to actually have this discussion on my Patreon, click the link. I'll drop the link again, because we're having this conversation on Patreon, and we're having group discussions on Patreon, and we're going to have a group discussion on Discord also, where everybody can come up, and we're going to have a voice room and we can all have a conversation. Where's the freedom of speech, Audrey? We don't have that luxury on YouTube, but you do have freedom of speech on Patreon. So click the link that is in the chat. I'm just saying, because this is a scary subject for me, because when I first said what I thought about this, YouTube took the video down and gave me a warning and said, if you say this again, say the thing again, I'll get a strike. So I'm scared, okay? But the ladies in the Scooby Doo chat was like, you got to talk about this. So I'm talking about it reluctantly. So you got baby hands over here. So this is my friend Allie and her husband, another example. So this is not Charlie Kirk and this is not Erica Kirk. This is my friend. But remember, she has the same hand size as Erica Kirk, and he has the same hand size as Charlie Kirk. How do I get in the Scooby Doo chat? Click the link and join the Patreon. I just dropped the link to the Patreon. Join the Patreon. I keep telling y'all, join the Patreon. It's only $4.99. So thank you. YouTube CEO is It's more than liberal. He's from IHOP. No, I'm not going. No, the president of YouTube is from IHOP, I think. So little baby hands again. Just trying to show y'all. Baby hands. And I welcome anybody to let me know what is happening, because these are actual pictures of Charlie Kirk and his wife from their own social media. So this is what Erica Kirk posted. So I'm not making nothing up. This ain't AI. Why does she look like she has baby hands and compared to his? Here's another picture right here. Look at his hands and look at her hands. She has baby hands. And my question is, see, how is this that and that is this? I just don't understand. Like I said, the ladies was like, hey, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. And I was like, damn, you're right. So I'm just saying. So if those aren't his hands, what is actually happening? Because I asked her in the chat, Allie, I was like, okay, if this is true, then what? And I was talking to a friend of mine. We went to watch the football game last night. And he was like, okay, let me ask you, what is your point of talking about this? I said, well, there's a lot of points, because the first point is, if this is true versus the other thing, and the thing is actually what we are expecting the thing to be that we can't speak on YouTube, why did they do this? Because it would be a they. See, if he was, popped, it would be Sniper and Charlie Kirk. And it will be like, oh my God, why did he do that? That's one conversation. But if it was the other thing that we can't speak about, it would take a crew to do this. And then it would be Charlie Kirk would be in on this also. And why would he do something like this? And just for the record, for YouTube, Charlie Kirk passed away on September 10th, 2025. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. So I have to say that, because I don't want YouTube to start like putting a gumbo of words from what I'm saying and try to cook up a copyright strike or whatever. So no, Charlie Kirk died on September 10th, and rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. And everybody in the chat, please say RIP Charlie Kirk again, because like I said, we got to we have to coagulate the algorithm on our side. So everybody, just for a good 10 minutes, say rest in peace Charlie Kirk, RIP Charlie Kirk, RIP Charlie Kirk. Because like I said, I don't want YouTube taking this video down. All right, let's keep going. Just do that for me. So this is just strange, y'all. Not because the hands are orange. So let's look at Charlie Kirk's thumb. Let's look at parts of this. Look at Charlie Kirk's thumb and look at Erica Kirk's thumb. For a second. Look at Charlie Kirk's thumb and Erica Kirk's thumb. Pull out a little ruler if you can, if you want to, and just look at his thumb and her thumb. In this video of what Erica Kirk posted on her Instagram, this is not AI, or it may be AI. I don't know. But it's not, I didn't make it AI. Somebody else made it AI. Look at her thumb and look at his thumb. They're the same length. But This is what the length of a woman's thumb is, and this is the length of a man's thumb. I just don't understand what is happening here. And everybody take a second to hit the thumbs up button. Everybody take a second to hit the thumbs up button. Speaking of thumbs, let me see your thumb by hitting the thumbs up button. Let me see your fingers hit the thumbs up button. We're talking about fingers right now. Let me see the power of your thumb by hitting the thumbs up button. Okay, so this is my thumb. I'm not 6'6", so I don't have no long thumb. Pause. But let's see your thumbs hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. All right, I'm gonna put this on the big screen so y'all can see. So you see, she has little baby hands compared to his hands. I'm just saying, y'all. Actually, I'm just not saying. I'm just alluding right here. So this is the whole video that she posted. And I think I made it slower. I love you. Hold on. All right, here we go. Now look at his finger and look at her fingers. All right, you see his thumb? Right there. You see his thumb. Then you see hers. Right there. Her fingers are longer than his damn fingers. How is this? Right there. How is this possible? And rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. We'll see you in Valhalla, brother. What did he say? What did the little dude say? The Cash Patel, we got to watch. Whatever we got to watch means. He says, we got to watch. See you in Valhalla, brother. Whatever the hell that means. Even though I know what that means, but I don't want to say what it means. There's a place called Valhalla. So that's another story. But am I crazy? We're going to keep going, but let's take a break for a second. Am I crazy? Yes or no? Is everybody in the Scooby-Doo group crazy? So yes or no, y'all? Am I crazy? Is the members of the Scooby-Doo group crazy? I'm just asking. No? Yes or no in the chat? Yes, no? Y'all are saying no? Okay. All right. So I'm not crazy. Because I didn't want to do this video. Because I'm like, why? Why I gotta do this video? And they're like, you got to, because this don't make no sense. I was like, okay. And I'm like, they're gonna think I'm crazy. I'm literally like, they're gonna think I'm crazy making a whole video about somebody's hands. And she was like, do the video. I was like, okay, all right. I don't want to know a video talking about somebody's hands, but it's worthy of discussing. This is crazy. Let's keep going. And then now, that's her hand. Where's his hand? Look at the fingertips.
I love you. I love you.
They got the same size hands right here. So did her hands get bigger? Maybe she's taking some type of hand Ozempic. Is there something called hand Ozempic? Ozempic for your hands, but it makes your hands get bigger? I don't know. Maybe her hands are swollen, but if you look at her hands right here, they are the exact same length as his hands. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know. Right there, that's a good picture of the length of her fingers and the length of its fingers. Because I don't know. I'll just say its fingers, but I don't want my channel to get banned. I don't know. So I don't know, y'all. Look at the fingers, y'all. I want to see Candace speak on this. Yes, Candace. We're gonna talk about Candace in a minute. So yeah, shout out to Candace. I love Candace, so shout out to Candace. I'm so scared for her, but yeah, she'll be speaking on a lot of different things on Monday, I believe. See, he got long ass fingers. We're gonna move on from this, but I just wanted to just have this conversation. Because I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm just showing you different pictures, and y'all make the distinction yourself. Okay, so now we can move on because I just wanted to get that out the way and see what y'all thought about it. Because I like to include y'all in whatever it is that we are talking about in the group. And if you would like to be, be a little bit more into what we're talking about in the group, make sure to join my Patreon. My Patreon is only $4.99, and the link is in the chat. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, and I will boom. There we go. So I just dropped the link. Let me know if y'all see the link in the chat. Do y'all see the link in the chat? What's up, St. Martin? Thank you so much. Let me know if y'all see the link in the chat. Because sometimes the link don't show up because I can't really see it. So let me know if y'all see the link in the chat. But click the link in the chat, y'all. All right, cool. All right, so now let's move on to something else. But hey, just had to show y'all that.
On the Epstein case, James O'Keefe has just released undercover footage of DOJ. Breaking massive news on the Epstein case. James O'Keefe has just released undercover footage of DOJ veteran Glenn Prager dropping.
Hold on. He can pawn a whole basketball. Well, according to what it looks like, she can pawn a whole basketball also. Like she goes from having baby hands to 6'7" man hands. But it might be Ozempic. It might be some hand Ozempic. I don't know. Do y'all know anything about hand Ozempic, y'all? I don't know.
Major Epstein revelations and undercover footage released just now.
I worked in that case. I used to interview all the victims. And my picture was 20 to 30.
Okay, I need y'all to listen very clearly to this because it's not the easiest to listen to. And share this video and hit the thumbs up button. So listen very closely.
Breaking massive news on the Epstein case. James O'Keefe has just released undercover footage of DOJ veteran Glenn Prager dropping major Epstein revelations and undercover footage released just now.
I worked in that case. I used to interview all the victims. And my picture was 20 to 30 victims in Palm Beach that I was interviewing and dealing with.
Prager, who claims to have interviewed Epstein's victims and reviewed flight logs, says the DOJ didn't aggressively pursue Epstein because he was a CIA asset.
All right, check this out. Somebody said, hands, bro, really? This all you got today? Actually, no. I got this. You see, I talked about the hand stuff and I moved on. Because I know somebody's going to be like, bro, hands? Because I was like, bro, hands? So I get it. But no, I have more. Wait, there's more. See, I have the same mindset as y'all. I don't want to sit around for 2 hours talking about somebody's damn hands. We're moving on to more information. I got you. They're going to sit around and talk about some hands for 2 hours? No.
tied to both U.S. and Israeli intelligence.
They were just letting him, do house arrests and they minimized his arrests. More importantly, what it is, they didn't want to go after him. He's a, he's a asset for the United States and Israel for the CIA.
All right, do y'all hear this? And back it up a little bit because this is important. And the thing about the CIA, something that y'all may not know, is the CIA is not this secret, covert, creeping around in the darkness group of people. The CIA is just like the feds. Just like you know about the feds, you don't see feds, but they're feds. So the CIA is not SEAL Team 6. CIA is just a job, just like you are an investigator or you're a police officer. So a lot of people work for the CIA. Some of y'all may not know this. The college that is like 2 hours away from UVU is called USU. USU is where they teach young people how to become a part of the CIA. So the reason why a lot of this and the reason why I'm playing this is interesting is because the CIA has a lot to do with this Charlie Kirk situation. How? I'm not exactly sure, but him dying at University of whatever the hell it is. No, I'm sorry. Is Utah Valley University. Him dying there means something due to the fact that Utah State University teaches young people not only how to become CIA agents, but also to have assassination crash courses. I'll say it again. USU, according to what I'm learning, and I don't go there, I don't attend there, I've never been there, so I might be wrong, and I don't know nothing. I'm just, digging up information. USU is meant, or part of it is meant to train people on how to deal with possible assassination scenarios. So what they do, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, because I may be wrong. They train people and put them in scenarios where if somebody was assassinated, you'll know what to do. And then Charlie gets assassinated, and nobody in the 3,000 people crowd is talking. So there's a possibility that this whole thing was training. But it may not be. And rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk passed away on September 10th. But there may have been a certain amount of training, ballistics training, going on at the school that has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk passing away and dying, and rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. So I'm just saying.
Because he was a CIA asset tied to both U.S. and Israeli intelligence.
They were just letting him, do house arrests and they minimized his arrests. More importantly, what it is, they didn't want to go after him. He's a, he's a asset for the United States and Israel for the CIA. I just know that's what he was, and that's why this whole thing is so off. I mean, he was doing stuff for Israel and the United States. He's working for both.
He also claims victims were regularly paid off before trial to derail justice, calling the cover-up deliberate and essentially routine.
We would go ready to go to trial, they would flip. Epstein would just pay them off. And they were just like these little kids. You know, they pay off their family. They're all broke kids and poor families and all. So you pay them off like anywhere from $150,000 to $500,000, nothing. And that kind of stuff.
Even more explosive, Prager says Bill Clinton was present on flights where children were mistreated, but Trump was not. However, he alleges that Trump is protecting a lot of people tied to Epstein, though not himself.
But they claim that, you know, that Trump's, you know, involved in the and all that stuff, and he wasn't. I mean, I've seen the agendas, I've seen the itineraries, and I've interviewed all the victims. There's never been an instance where Trump was on a plane with these kids. And I remember that it was being killed because I know Clintons were on there. And
the Clintons were on there?
100%. And while the Clintons were on the plane, while Bill Clinton was on the plane, they were Senator. That's where the big cover-up was. I think he's protecting a lot of other people. He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there, but he's protecting a lot of people.
The question remains why. Since this bombshell release, Prager insists he was speaking casually and didn't know he was being recorded. I bet.
Because Trump's now saying it's a hoax. It's the case like a hoax or something. I mean, Mike, you know it's not a hoax.
And like I said, if you want to discuss this more with us, make sure to join the Patreon. Hit the link and join the Patreon, whether free or the $4.99, because you could just join it for free and then you know, pay $4.99 whenever you want to. But there's a lot of different things that we're talking about, and I'm dropping content way more than I was at first. So I'm dropping hella content on Patreon. So join my Patreon so we can talk about the things that we can't talk about on YouTube. Join the Patreon. The link is pinned at the top of the chat.
He's been on the plane, you know, many times. It's just he was never on the plane with kids. People want to tie it to him and say he's covering up for himself, but he's not.
The DOJ responds.
Because there's so many things we can't talk about. There's so many words we can't use. You know, we got to use IHOP. Like, there's so many different things that you just can't say.
Calling his claims disgusting and fabricated, saying he left the agency over 15 years ago in a junior role. So the mystery remains. If Glenn is telling the truth, why would the current administration cover it up?
And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why?
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock it off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel.
They kill you and then give you a street named after you. And the street always be in a hood. Like, there's no Martin Luther King Avenue that is in a nice neighborhood. It's always in the most disgusting neighborhood in every city.
They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off.
So right here, a lot of people are mad at Candace because she is literally saying they will give you a street and name a street after you after they kill you. And people are like, oh my God, what is she saying? She said what she damn said. And it's sad how it takes a 80-pound woman to come out here and call out these motherfuckers. But all these other people are afraid. So shout out to Candace. So Candace said what she said. And guess what? I'll say it too, because I've been saying it. I think, and it's my opinion, IHOP killed Charlie Kirk. And I'm not talking about the restaurant. So, because the thing about it is, we can't sit here and just watch Candace Owens take all this heat, get sued, go through all this stuff, get death threats, all by herself. Not saying I don't want to get sued. I don't want to get death threats. But at the same time, are we in it or are we not? Are we looking for what happened or are we not? And that's all I'm saying. I don't want her to get sued. I don't want me to get sued. I don't want her to get death threats. I don't want to get death threats. But certain things come with the territory. So certain things you just got to deal with. So if I get a lawsuit on my hands or some stupid shit, I don't want that. But it comes with the territory and I got to deal with it. Same thing with her. So it's like, you're either in it or you're not. You can be careful. You can make sure you don't say nothing crazy. Because just because somebody sues you doesn't mean they'll win. A lawsuit is just a lawsuit. You could take it to court and be like, I ain't do that. Or those were not my intentions. So when it comes to these conversations, how I feel is how I feel. You can't sue me for my opinion. I'm not saying something is facts. I think government, I think a country whacked Charlie Kirk. And I might be wrong. I'm just using common sense. But we can't sit here and just look at Candace Owens and be like, oh my God, Candace Owens said the thing, but we over here thinking the thing, and just let her hang out to dry. No.
Many times. Mm-hmm. It's just he was never on the plane with the kids. People want to tie it to him and say he's covering up for himself, but he's not.
The DOJ responded, calling his claims disgusting and fabricated, saying he left the
And the DOJ is the Department of Justice.
Agency over 15 years ago in a junior role, so the mystery remains. If Glenn is telling the truth, why would the current administration cover it up?
And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics, and they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday, bro. If they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock off. They're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did.
They gave Charlie Kirk a boulevard and then gave Charlie Kirk a bullet. Shit is crazy. A boulevard, then a bullet. Or not a bullet. Or a squib. Or I don't know.
They did in Israel. They gave him a freaking bullet. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. So like holiday and a boulevard. And it's never on a nice side of town either. Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not going to be a nice side of town. Anyways, I will be back on the 27th, you guys. Thank you guys for all the support throughout these couple of weeks, these last really kind of 6 weeks.
She says, is it very possible that Tyler Robinson was never on the roof the day of the Charlie Kirk assassination? At FBI Director Kash Patel, we want answers and we want them now. So remember the Magic TMZ video?
Now this right here is absolutely nuts. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. So we got 1,000 people in here. We got to get 1,000 likes. All right. So thank y'all for being here. So let's get the likes up, please. Let's get the likes up, please. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button, please. And thank you.
What do you notice about this dude sprinting across the college campus right here, right after the assassination? He looks awful familiar to the dude that the TMZ video gave us, didn't they? Let me turn the camera around and show you this a little closer. Okay, so we literally have this man that's right after the Charlie Kirk assassination. He's literally sprinting across the campus. When you zoom in on that dude, looks really familiar. Hat, same. Let me actually pull that one up a little bit bigger. So we got his hat here the same, maroon shirt, light dark shorts, light shoes. Maroon shirt, dark shirt, light shoes, hat's almost identical. Freaking identical, isn't it? And actually, I can make that a little bit better for you guys. Check this out. There you go. Looks really weird, doesn't it? Looks, oh my gosh, identical, right? Are we just getting lucky? Or is that the exact same person? Because it sure as shit looks like the exact same person. I don't know about you guys, but this entire investigation stinks like shit. The only people who are literally still believing the FBI's narrative is Jack Posobiec, well now Stephen Gardner, and Benny Johnson, and the rest of the goon squad over at TPUSA. Us Americans, anybody that has a brain, anybody that's able to logically think for themselves, looks at all the evidence the FBI has presented and says that's a load of shit. This kid is never going to make it to a trial. We're never going to see those videos. They're going to Epstein his ass. They're going to rig this trial. Call it what you want to call it. They're going to probably come out with some geolocation data and try to convince you that he was on the roof right when they kill him and they slide him out the back door and he ends up over in Israel sipping pina coladas with Epstein. Drop those comments below. Let me know what you think. My name's Ryan Matta. We out. Peace.
Charlie Kirk
is bad.
But what did y'all think about that? Was that like this right here just had me like, wait, what?
Sprinting across the campus. When you zoom in on that dude, looks really familiar. Hat, same. Let me actually pull that one up a little bit bigger. So we got his hat here the same. Maroon shirt, light dark shorts, light shoes. Maroon shirt.
See, somebody asked me like, yo, why don't you just let this go? No, it's like 30 different. Let's do this. There's like 30 different parts of this that is eerie, not one. So let's do this. Drop in the chat what aspect about this situation is weird. I'll start. There was no yellow tape. That's one. Two, the cameraman was easily able to just walk through the crime scene and take down important evidence. Three, not only did he take down evidence, he took the SD card out of the camera and put it in his hat. Four, that same guy was seen standing over on top of something right after Charlie Kirk just got, bowed. And he's just standing around just chilling. Hold on, I can play that. I can play that right here. So it's so many different parts of this that causes us to be like, nah, man. Because some of y'all may not have seen this. There's so many aspects of this that's crazy.
Amen. Go.
So remember, we're looking for the camera guy. He's right there. And then they didn't go to the closest hospital. And IHOP was looking up that hospital in July, looking up doctors. Why was IHOP looking up doctors at the hospital that Charlie Kirk went to before he died? So this is the cameraman. Why is he chilling up there? So it's so many things involving this that causes us to still ask questions. Why the hell is the cameraman that just witnessed his friend die? Why is he up there smoking a cigarette? All right, hold on, didn't catch it. Like, what is he doing? Like, what is happening? It's like every single person involved with this situation is doing weird ass shit. Why is he up here? That's the cameraman.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
And I'm not gonna lie, this woman saying, oh my gosh, sounds weird. Listen to how she says it right here. She sounds like she's an actress. Where's he going? Listen.
Oh my gosh.
It's like she said, oh my gosh, because he put the camera on her. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's like every aspect of this case is weird. And then, where are they running from? Where's he going?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. I hope
Hey, stop! Stop, folks! Stop! Back up!
And there's the woman again.
Back up!
Right there, right there. Right there. Why is this woman walking right behind the cameraman? Who is she? Who is this woman right here? Like, why are you following me, lady? Wouldn't you, if you were, I want you to think about this. Somebody just got done shooting. Pow! You go, oh shit, right? And you got your camera around, and you're like, oh shit, you look around. And it's the same lady just following you around. Oh my gosh, ma'am, go away. Move. Why are you following me? Why is this lady following this person around? Maybe they know each other. It's just like every single thing that I see just seems scripted. I don't know, y'all.
Amy, go!
I'm gonna add this. Even the people running, they're not running anywhere. They're not running anywhere. Watch, pick a person in this crowd and see if they get the hell on or are they running in circles. Watch this. Pick one person and follow them in their run, and you'll see that they're running in circles. Watch this. Pick somebody.
Amy, go!
No, like, you gotta understand, everybody has a car. When you just run to your car and get the hell out of there, nobody's running to their car. Look.
Oh my gosh.
They're running in circles. Okay, just pick a person and see where they run to.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. I hope
Okay, look at a couple. Look at a couple right here. Look at them two. This guy in a black shirt and look at him. Where is she going for him to have to pull her? Watch this. All right, he's pulling her.
Oh my God.
oh my gosh. I hope
They look like they was acting. Everybody in here look like they're. Where are you running to?
oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. I hope
Hey, stop! Stop, folks! Stop! Back up!
It just looks like everybody is a damn actor. This shit is crazy. All right, let's keep going. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. And I want to share this video. Y'all seen this video already, but I just want to see. I just want to show you something. The other day, on Patreon, make sure to sign up for my Patreon. We actually went over the footage of, the whole footage that we can't play on YouTube, right? And somebody said that the Kool-Aid that was coming onto Charlie Kirk's shirt, you know what I mean? The cherry Kool-Aid, I don't want to say certain words, that was coming on Charlie Kirk's shirt, it seemed like it was just bouncing off of his shirt. And I was talking about this on Patreon. It was like his shirt wasn't absorbing the cherry Kool-Aid, right? So with that being said, it brought me back to this video here where I just want to show you his shirt again, because it just reminded me of the significance of this part right here. And it's just, I don't know, man. I'm just getting sick of them lying to us. So right here, if you got all this Kool-Aid spilt on your shirt because of what happened, right here, where the hell is the Kool-Aid? Where is the Kool-Aid on the shirt? Because that's the side that he got popped on, right? That's the side. But no Kool-Aid. And I know we talked about this before, but I'm just a little angry because I'm like, yo, y'all think we stupid. Y'all think we are stupid. This is literally where the Kool-Aid was spilling out on his shirt, and there's no Kool-Aid on his shirt. And this is just making me angry because I'm like, why are y'all making us think that we're stupid? We're not stupid. Because I would love to play the video, but I can't play the video, right? But you know, pop, and he's just like, and then it's just right here, right? And it's all over here. But if you look at it, it's not going on. It's just like bouncing off the shirt, like his shirt is Kool-Aid resistant or something. Like he had a Kool-Aid resistant shirt on. And it's just like, what the hell is happening? So it's like the hand size, it's like the Kool-Aid bouncing off his shirt. Is that when they pick him up, there ain't no Kool-Aid on his shirt. It's like when they carry him to the car, there's no Kool-Aid on the ground. The paramedic guy don't even help. All these guys run around handing off little stuff or whatever, like they handed off the squib. Because people are like, yo, leave it alone. No, we're not leaving this alone. I don't see one speck of Kool-Aid. And his shirt don't even have words on it no more. Where the hell did the words go? Shoes ain't got no dirt at the bottom of the shoes. So it's like you get more and more angry the more you realize that they're lying to us. But the question is how, why, and who? Look at that shit. Who is this man? Or what is this man? Is this the same man in this picture here? Is that the same man? Charlie Kirk 2.0? Charlie Kirk Jr. with little hands? Because, you know, for those who didn't see the early part, this is what we was talking about here. Charlie Kirk's hands are 3 times the size of her hands, but here, her hands are almost the exact same size as his hands. So we talked about this, and you see how the difference between the hand sizes are, and it's just confusing. Everything is confusing. I had a whole back and forth about with a friend of mine yesterday. Bro, what are you talking about? This happened. Look at her hand and his hand. This shit don't make no sense. It's just so many different aspects of this damn case. So it's like it's Charlie Kirk Jr. or something.
White shoes, hat's almost identical. I freaking identical, isn't it? And actually, I can make that a little bit better for you guys. Check this out. There you go. Looks really weird, doesn't it? Looks, oh my gosh, identical, right? Are we just getting lucky? Or is that the exact same person? Because it sure as shit looks like the exact same person. I don't know about you guys, but this entire investigation stinks like shit. The only people who are literally still believing the FBI's narrative is Jack Posobiec, well now Stephen Gardner, and Benny Johnson, and the rest of the goon squad over at TPUSA. Us Americans, anybody that has a brain, anybody that's able to logically think for themselves, looks at all the evidence the FBI has presented and says that's a load of shit. This kid is never going to make it to a trial. We're never going to see those videos. They're going to Epstein his ass. They're going to rig this trial. Call it what you want to call it. They're going to probably come out with some geolocation data and try to convince you that he was on the roof right when they kill him and they slide him out the back door and he ends up over in Israel sipping pina coladas with Epstein. Drop those comments below. Let me know what you think. My name's Ryan Matta. We out. Peace.
Charlie Kirk.
This is bad. This is real bad. Even mainstream media is calling this one of the most secretive trials in history. The judge is making everything secret with gag orders, including the police reports and 3,000 witnesses, associates, or anyone that knew Charlie Kirk. They're saying effectively any talk show host that knew him or talked to him is under a gag order.
Sorry, guys. Been sick a couple days and saw this yesterday, but I wanted to verify that it was actually real because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But alas, it's real. Watch this.
There is a substantial amount of discovery in this case, Your Honor. It's voluminous, to say the least.
His lawyers entered their formal appearance and declined to waive his right to a preliminary hearing. Judge Tony Graff has issued a gag order preventing anyone associated with the case from talking about it. It's to avoid pretrial publicity, already a big problem in a case with massive media exposure involving a high-profile figure like Charlie Kirk, but the judge wants to ensure a fairer trial for Robinson. It's also brought up a big issue involving thousands of people.
So this is real. Here are the actual gag orders. You can read them right here. Just hold down and screenshot.
I don't think I can read this. Can we read this? Oh yeah, I can read it. Hold on a second. Tyler James Robinson. Oh, this is the gag order. Hold on a second. Am I on mute? Okay, I'm good. Defendant Tyler Robinson is charged with 1 count of aggravated M-wording and other felonies. It says other felonies. That's crazy. Other felonies is crazy. Now, tell me what the hell y'all charging me for.
You can read them right here. Just hold down and...
Oh, shit. It was something else. I'm backing it up.
The case from talking about it. It's to avoid pretrial publicity, already a big problem in a case with massive media exposure involving a high-profile figure like Charlie Kirk, but the judge wants to ensure involving thousands of people.
So this is real. Here are the actual gag orders. You can read them right here.
All right. Lawyers who have participated, who are now participating, or who will yet to participate in an investigation or litigation of this case in any shall abide strictly by Rule 3.6 of the Utah Rules of Professional Conduct. Rule 3.6 prohibits a lawyer. So the gag order is about the lawyers. So if it's just a gag order for the lawyers, that's it. And judicial statement that the lawyer knows or responsibility should know will be decimated by means of public communication.
Just hold down and screenshot.
Let's see. The protection order applies to lawyers who are not participating in the investigation. So the gag order is for lawyers, according to what they're saying.
You know, so after I saw all this stuff about the gag orders, I thought, that's really weird. Because if you remember, I told you that I had a source who was actually on the ground the day that Charlie was shot, somebody who was in law enforcement. And I basically knew a lot of the things before it ever hit the news. And so that's one of the reasons why I've been so outspoken about this, because it hasn't made any sense at all. Well, I got to thinking, I remember my source telling me something about how they were trying to keep everybody very tight-lipped.
Give us the footage and the e-files. I have footage, but I can't show the footage on YouTube. You can join my Patreon. Put a 1 in the chat if you've already joined my Patreon. Put a 1 in the chat if you have already joined my Patreon or have just joined my Patreon. Let me drop the link. Join my Patreon. You'll be able to see more footage, and you'll be able to discuss the footage that we are watching on Patreon with us on Patreon.
And so I went back through our messages and I found this. So on September 27th, my source said, I can't talk about it yet. Admin is on high alert about leaks. Blank advised anyone leaking information about this case would receive heavy reprimand. And I said, I'm convinced this was a hit, dude. This Tyler Patsy thing stinks to high heaven. So everyone is being very tight-lipped. Oh, for sure, bro. Once I got on scene, I could tell something was very wrong. And I was thinking about our conversation. I was thinking about a couple of other things he was talking about. And I remembered that one of the things he was also talking about was the fact that he verified with UVU officers at UVU campus, that Charlie.
Yes, I'm adding more videos in the last couple of days. So if you're not seeing things on Patreon, look for the pinned video at the top. If you're on Patreon, because I'm trying to imagine if I'm a customer of Patreon. It might be up on the post, but start with the pinned post and you'll see it there. Because I'm sure Patreon can be a little difficult to navigate. But yeah, there's a bunch of new videos on there. And I'm adding more and more and more.
His team wouldn't coordinate with them regarding security, which I thought was really weird. Now, I don't know.
What's up, Pammy Pam? Now you're yay. Okay.
Know the exact protocol with this. I don't know if this is a normal thing. Is it not weird that the guest security wouldn't coordinate with the officers on campus? Like, is it not weird that they wouldn't coordinate with local officers? Is that just a normal thing? I don't know. But I just thought it was really weird. All the people who have called people like me crazy for saying that there's far more to this than just what they're telling us. It might be time to start considering that maybe you're wrong, because I'll tell you what, if you want to convince people that there's nothing weird going on with this assassination, if you want to convince them that there are no conspiracy theories and that it really is just what you're telling them, you don't put gag orders on every single person that was involved in it, including all 3,000 of the attendees. You just don't do that. But see, that's what's been done. And so, once again, I'll tell you, there's definitely more to this assassination than we think. We just witnessed our modern day JFK. But hey, I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
Some members of the media
use their platforms
to push their own personal bias.
and agenda to control exactly what people think. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Life does not. Oh my God. Life does not. Oh my God.
Breaking news, billionaire Frederick Smith, the founder and executive chairman of FedEx,
former CEO of Dole, dead June 9th, 2025. Founder of Leprino Foods, dead June 19th, 2025. Leonard Lauder, CEO, billionaire philanthropist, dead June 14th, 2025. Frederick Smith, former CEO of FedEx, dead June 21st, 2025. Billionaire Burton Tansky, dead March 16th, 2025. Billionaire Robert Shapiro, dead May 2nd, 2025. Former CEO of Hasbro, Alan Hassenfield, dead July 8th, 2025. Blackstone executive Wesley LePatner, 43 years old, dead July 2025. Junior Bridgman, billionaire, dead March 11th, 2025. Joshua Pickles, DoorDash executive, dead June 21st, 2025. Milestone CEO, dead June 2025. Jim Irsay, dead May 21st, 2025. He was the CEO and owner of the Indianapolis Colts. You think all of these are a coincidence?
I was out to dinner and the topic of the CEO in Manhattan came up, and it was said that she obtained the data of all the people who were on Epstein Island. Of course, she was going to utilize it as an upper hand or blackmail. The thing about it is, a man's ambition cannot outweigh his worth. In her case, it's a she. Cheering for CEOs being hit, like actually contracted hit.
So right here, what do y'all think about so many CEOs dying in 2025? What do y'all think about that? Oh, let me back this up.
Oh my God.
I just want to play this again because this was like just scary as hell to me.
Breaking news, billionaire Frederick Smith, the founder and executive chairman of FedEx,
former CEO of Dole, dead June 9th, 2025.
Do people just die? Because people die, but what do y'all think? Do y'all think this is actually a conspiracy or people are just dying? What do you think?
Founder of Leprino Foods, dead June 19th, 2025. Leonard Lauder, CEO, billionaire philanthropist, dead June 14th, 2025. Frederick Smith, former CEO
I know they ain't all dying in June.
of FedEx, dead June 21st, 2025. Billionaire Burton Tansky, dead March 16th, 2025. Billionaire Robert Shapiro, dead May 2nd.
Wait, Robert Shapiro? Isn't he somebody that we know? Hold on. Picture of Robert Shapiro. Who the hell is that? Don't we know Robert Shapiro? Civil litigator. Oh, I guess not. I just recognize that name.
2025. Former CEO of Hasbro, Alan Hassenfield, dead July 8th, 2025. Blackstone executive Wesley LePatner.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson's lawyer. Yes. Was Robert Shapiro O.J. Simpson's lawyer? Yep. Oh, Ben Shapiro. Gotcha. Okay. Ben Shapiro is okay, gotcha. Okay.
43 years old, dead.
Wesley, whatever her last name is, 43-year-old Blackstone executive who oversaw its $53 billion estate investment, killed now in Manhattan in the mass shooting. Damn. Wait, Manhattan's mass shooting?
July 2025. Junior Bridgman, billionaire, dead March 11th, 2025. Joshua Pickles, DoorDash executive, dead June 21st, 2025. Milestone CEO, dead June 2025. Jim Irsay, dead May 21st, 2025. He was the CEO and owner of the Indianapolis Colts. You think?
So it's like, if you're rich, you're not safe. If you're poor, you're not safe.
Think all of these are a coincidence?
I was out to dinner and the topic of the CEO in Manhattan came up, and it was said that she obtained the data of all.
Wait, what's going on with Jordan Peterson? Wait, somebody said Jordan Peterson is fighting for his life. What's going on with Jordan Peterson? What's going on with Jordan Peterson?
Jordan Peterson is recovering from a serious health scare. He was hospitalized with pneumonia and sepsis, following neurological issues that his family believes stem from mold exposure. He's now in a...
Damn, mold exposure is crazy.
The people who were on Epstein Island.
Uh-oh. I think she just said it. I don't know. Let's just go back to what she just said and repeat it. Let her repeat it.
Of all the people who were on Epstein Island.
So the people who are on the list, who are on Epstein Island, all died in March and June of this year.
These are a coincidence?
I was out to dinner and the topic of the CEO in Manhattan came up, and it was said that she obtained the data of all the people who were on Epstein Island. Of course, she was going to utilize it as an upper hand or blackmail. The thing about it is, a man's ambition cannot outweigh his worth. In her case, it's a she. Cheering for CEOs being hit, like actually contracted hits, is not a thing. Russian elites are falling from buildings. You don't see them cheering because they know better. I need you to know better.
Yeah, I did it. I did it. All of it. All of it. Everything you accuse me of, I did that. All of it. So what? So what? What are you gonna?
And one last thing. I'm gonna live later on tonight, but one last thing I want to speak on.
The idea that these search terms peaked in different regions before the assassination.
So right here, these are the search terms that peaked, like she said, right before Charlie Kirk passed away. The hospital, the gun, and the doctors.
Assassination in critical time periods.
Well, I asked Google this question. I said, hey, what does this mean, in terms of these search terms, right? And I pulled up, I asked Google, okay, can you analyze some of these results? What do they mean? And they say, okay, they gave me two options. One of them being that, hey, you see all these search terms like you just showed your audience.
And shout out to Redacted. This is the Redacted show. Shout out to them. They are so dope. Shout out to Redacted.
It's the Tyler Robinson, Losi, Center Mauser 98, et cetera, et cetera. So they said the strongest interpretation of this is some kind of non-organic activity, likely originating from a small number of users.
Redacted is a YouTube channel.
And it said that it was potentially for reconnaissance or verification, a small number, a small group of people, or a single individual, potentially someone involved or aware of the planning of the assassination was used.
Oh, and shout out to William. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see. William says Mormons are linked to Freemasonry. Do you think the Mormon communities are on call crisis actors? I know I've seen the same actors in multiple events. See, that's the reason why it's important to have all of this footage, because yes, it's a possibility. Like I said, with that lady who's like, oh my God, she just seemed like a crisis actor. So I see a lot of crisis acting going on. But I am going to say Charlie Kirk passed away on September 10th, 2025, and rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I am not taking away his victimhood. We're just speculating, and this is for entertainment purposes only. We don't know these damn people, and we don't know nothing anyway.
Using Google to conduct online reconnaissance or verification. And then the second option that they gave me, very interesting, they said it was This is highly unlikely. They call this a remote interpretation, extraordinary coincidence, and that somebody in Israel or relative close contact was somehow searching up the hospital, the head medical examiner, all of these surgeons just by happenstance. So I asked.
So right there, IHOP was searching the hospital in Utah along with 5 different doctors in Utah right before Charlie Kirk died.
Google that question, and those are the 2 options that it gave me. One of them being, the more logical answer, the other being highly likely, they say.
But the dates in July, right?
Well, there's 2 different clusters. Very interesting. So what I found from the DC dates, they were very close to the assassination 1 or 2 days before. So on like September.
Think about that. 1 or 2 days before. And then the other dates, the other cluster of dates are, I think, in June, July. And that was when Charlie Kirk first started going against IHOP.
September 9th, September 10th. That's when they were clustered. Now, the searches for the Utah hospital medical examiner, as well as some of the surgeons that work at the hospital there, the Timpanogos Regional Hospital, those are centered around dates that are closer to the end of July, mid to late.
That part right there, that was when we started hearing about Charlie Kirk saying, yo, I don't know about IHOP. I want to go in a different direction.
July. And one thing very interesting about that people were talking online, and this is veering into sort of the conspiracy space, is that if you remember the infamous, or now infamous, group text message from Charlie Kirk and a number of different donors, they were discussing after the TPUSA event in mid-July, that I think it was in Tampa, Florida. They were very unhappy with the platforming of Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, that's it right there. They started looking for doctors in Utah back then, right after they got off of the group chat, hearing that Charlie Kirk was starting to have different thoughts. And he's just like, yo, I want Tucker Carlson there. I'm tired of y'all bullying me, and I'm not going to deal with this. So he literally started texting, I'm tired of IHOP bullying me, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Days after he texted that, in the group chat, they started looking for doctors and hospitals in Utah.
As well as the debate between Dave Smith and Josh Hammer. So that's when it first was rumbling. And now that points to some kind of, were those things related, right? Because we saw after the assassination, Israel was very, very quick to say, nope, this wasn't us. Of course, why would we do something like this? Charlie's our greatest ally, and he was a lover of Israel. Why would he do this? And then now we know for a fact, that's been confirmed by Candace Owens as well as other people's reporting, that no, there were indeed some strife going on behind the scenes. So then now that leads to, I think a very credible motive. And with these Google searches, now we're starting to see, okay, is there potentially, maybe not a smoking gun quite yet, but at least something that we need to investigate further, right? Because a lot of things, or a lot of responses that I got from people, because I was very early, on, I was like, hey, this doesn't look right. This doesn't look like a lone gunman situation. It looks sort of like a conspiracy. You had that guy, George Zinn, in the audience saying it was me, shoot me. Very, very bizarre. And you had a very quick disinformation campaign that started right after the event. So that does not look like just a lone gunman type of situation. And
George Zinn literally said he was paid to tell them that, like, he was paid to get their attention. He literally said that. Shout out to Allie S Travels. What's going on, Allie? Best YouTube channel. Thank you for making us feel a part of the community. Since day one, I saw your video. I was hooked. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, and hail to the Scooby-Doo mystery team. Shout out to Allie. I love Allie. Allie is the general of the Scooby-Doo mystery team. Shout out to Allie.
A lot of people were like, how could you say you have no evidence? Well, now we're starting to see some evidence creep in. And one thing, this is kind of a cheeky joke, but the Mossad, if they were involved in this kind of thing, the Mossad is supposedly one of the greatest spy organizations in the world.
Whoa. I don't want to get into all that.
And say, well, any kind of discussion online from people on social media, that is going to be very harmful for Charlie's family, and we must shut down this conversation. And I think that's kind of a red flag for me, is that, saying that investigating further is somehow not good. That sounds kind of like a cover-up or a psyop. That's kind of how
Someone in our chat room just said, yeah, when people are trying to tell you to look the other way or just to play it off as like a coincidence, then you should run away from those people. And I think there's two camps been emerging from this immediately. The yay, we're going to buy everything the Fed is telling us, the FBI is telling us that this was the guy, nothing to see here. And then there's a lot of us who are saying, wait a second, there's too many inconsistencies here. Why would there be these clusters in DC and Israel searching for things like the Losi Center? I mean, who cares in Israel about the Losi Center? I never even heard of it until everything that unfolded. I mean, why would...
So I'm going to go live again, probably around 8 o'clock this evening, because I have some more information, but I just wanted to have a conversation with y'all about our findings thus far, but I got some other stuff I want to talk about also. So one, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And two, make sure you subscribe to my Patreon. Make sure you subscribe to my Patreon, because I just posted something last night that is very, very interesting. That's getting a lot of engagement. So watch that, because like I said before, we are in the group chat finding new things by the hour. They are literally in the group. It's something in the group chat right now, I'm quite sure. So what we're doing is, instead of me going live and putting together this show, we're just sharing it and then going on Patreon to discuss it. And then it's easier that way, because before I do a YouTube show, I gotta blank out names. I gotta blank out what somebody said. I gotta make sure the person don't say nothing crazy. It's so many things that I have to prepare for when I go on live, where on Patreon, we just go on there and we say whatever we want to say, because Patreon ain't going to take us down or crazy. So if you want to see more footage of things that we can't talk about here, more theories that we're talking about that we can't talk about here, sign up for my Patreon. The Patreon is pinned at the top of the chat. The Patreon is also in the chat right now. Click the Patreon link. I need at least 500 of y'all added to the Patreon today. Let's get in there and let's have this conversation throughout the day. There's a group chat in Patreon. All right. So we can speak on it and talk about this all day. And if y'all have some information to share with us, you can be a part of the Scooby-Doo mystery team also. But hit the link and join my Patreon. Join my Patreon. I need at least 500 new Patreon people coming in the chat right now. All right. So I will talk to y'all later. And of course, before we go, one other thing I need to show y'all, and y'all already know what I'm about to play. Breaking news, y'all. Breaking news.
Way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
All right, make sure to buy my card game if you have not. Make sure to buy this card game if you have not, or make sure to join the Patreon, because we're about to get in there and talk about some other stuff. And like I said, I just posted something that you may need to really see like immediately. So join the Patreon. I will talk to y'all later.